man, friends and neighbors, or shall I say this afternoon?
Two things before we get started. One, I'm going to fix the audio as far as the in-game commentary volume by the next episode, and then also I'm going to shorten the presentation a little bit to try and get 2 games per episode moving forward, but for right now, just doing the best that we can to try and get a feel for the presentation style.
Baseball on
Welcome
MLB
back to
show.
MLB The Show.
It's
It is the Pirates franchise here on the channel. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment below. As we are getting ready for action here at Fenway, it is going to be James Paxton going to the bump for the Boston Red Sox in this one. As get a look at his numbers from, I guess,
about
last,
ready to
well,
go.
no, he got a start last
James
year.
Paxton. What should we keep
Just
an eye
one
on
of them,
here?
apparently.
Well, there are
one
going to
in
be
the
a lot
third.
of balls in play.
I don't know what's going on
because
with
of the ground ball
statistics
rate.
there, but
Important
bottom
that the
line,
defense
this is a
stays
hard-throwing
engaged in the game.
left-hander
I think it's
that's
critical.
got pretty
Tempo
good
is
stuff,
there.
and
If you
should
work
be
quickly, it helps the
quite the
fielders behind
challenge
you
for
to stay engaged,
the Pirates
to make
offense,
those
the way
plays.
they've been swinging the bats, at least so far. We look at his pitch mix. It's a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, the velocity down from where he used to be. He's got an 85-mile-an-hour cutter, a curve at about 80 miles an hour, and then a changeup at 82. So the pitch range, velocity-wise, around 92 to about 80 miles an hour, where he'll bottom out. But the Pirates can hopefully get to him here.
And now it's going to be
we will try to be a little bit selective early in the game and work the count, try and get some base runners kind of thing. Run that pitch count up, get to the bullpen as quick as possible. That is going to be the strategy for this team pretty much all year long, and hopefully
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
To Brian Hayes, he pulls the string and has him swinging
just a little too quick on that front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
Checks his swing as that one's in the dirt. Now 2-2. So the 2-2 pitch to Hayes is fouled away. Nice piece of hitting there to stay back on that changeup, gets a piece of it, stays alive. So pitch number 6 coming here.
Kicks and fires.
And the pitch from Paxton is high, and it's a cutter pull foul, so the count stays 2-2. Nice at bat here from Hayes. Already working that pitch count. This will be pitch number 7 of the at bat. The windup and the delivery. And that one is poked into left field off the end of the bat, but it is going to get down for a base hit. So a great start for the Pirates as Hayes able to work the count. Fouls off a couple of pitches, and on the 7th pitch of the at-bat, he is on to start the ball game for the Buccos. Now it's O'Neal Cruz watches one that looked inside, but he gets the call on the inside
gets his lead at
corner,
first with nobody out.
And it's 0-1. Now the 1-0 pitch to Hayes, or to Reynolds rather, is a fastball hammered deep to left. That ball is going to hit the green monster. The throw is not going to be in time to get Hayes at third. Reynolds rather advancing to second on the throw. He's going to have a double. And it's first and second and third now with just one away in the innings. That ball was absolutely torched. That may have been a home run at a lot of stadiums.
Here's a speed threat.
Despite the fact that it was hit pretty low.
During yesterday's ball game.
That got to the monster in an absolute hurry. And now it is Evan Milton hitting 286 with 1 home run so far on the season. Watches the changeup miss low. Now it's 1-0.
At the belt and fires.
Pitch is a cutter in there for strike 1. Now the count 1-1. So big opportunity here in the first with a 1-1 count. A couple runners on. And Milton torches this one down the left field line. That ball is going to be fair and get into the corner. Should be extra bases for Milton, and it is. It's a 2-run double, and the Tigers. Jesus, why do I keep saying Tigers, guys? It is the Pirates playing in this one, and they are ahead 2-0 early.
That's the key.
As that was an absolute rocket. Hard contact so far against Paxton here. At least these last 2 hitters able to square it up pretty good. Now it's McCutcheon. That ball is torched into left. That's going to go off the wall. And it's hit so hard that McCutcheon, even with pretty good speed, no chance to get the second on that one. But it is 3-0. The 0-2 pitch is
McCutcheon on the move.
ripped down the left field line. That ball is fair. It's extra. Well, not going to be extra bases the way Santana runs, but it's another base hit. 0-2. That's a cutter. Very hittable. And Santana just drills it down the line. And now first and third. So it's Rodolfo Castro.
Good job by the defense as well to hold to a long single.
Still looking
lots
for
of
his
pitches
first
thrown in
base
this
hit
first inning. It's
early
kind of
in
that
the
nightmare
season.
scenario for
Paxton
starting
pumps in
pitching.
a
But you know
fastball
what?
there to get ahead
It's
in the
still
count.
early enough. He can settle in. He can get
So
some
the 0-1
length.
pitch
Just
is hit hard, and that is knocked down at short. He's not going to have a play, though. It's an infield single. Another run comes in to score. More hard contact for the Pirates as Paxton leaving a lot of pitches over the plate, keeping the ball down, but the Pirates offense so far doing a good job of squaring that ball up, hitting hard, and they have got 4 runs to show for it here. The Pirates looking to expand this lead, really get out to an early start, and that's not going to help there as the walk is going to load the bases for Jason DeLay. The catcher getting the start here with a lefty on the hill today. Bases juiced, 1 out, already 4-0. The Pirates
Ball 1, no
all
strikes.
over James Paxton early in this one. And I'll tell you what, if you put a ball in the gap right here, it's probably going to send James Paxton to the showers very early in this one. The 1-0 pitch is off the plate inside, and it's now 2-0.
Bases loaded. You don't want to
now
fall to a 3-ball
really good
count
hitter's
and then
count
walk in
for
a run.
Jason
He's
DeLay.
got to challenge
He just
the hitter
walked
right
the
here.
8 hitter, though.
2-0 to
He might
count.
be very selective here. And he is.
Right
He
through
takes
there
a
for a
cutter
strike.
that's in for strike 1 at the knees, but that one over the heart of the plate could have done some damage if he were ready for that one. Now 2-1 is hit hard, but right at Devers at third. It's going to be a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. So Paxton able to get out of it, but damage done as it's already 4-0 early in this one.
And the Red Sox.
And it's going to be Evan Milton back to the
Fenway
bump
Park.
as
on the
he
hill,
pitched well in
Evan
his first
Milton.
start of the season,
What do
going
you look
6
for here?
1/3.
There's
4
always a
hits
bit
and
of a
walk.
learning curve for rookie pitchers.
0.79
You've got to
whip
get
as
familiar
he
with these
was
big league
absolutely
hitters,
sharp
and
in
it's
that
more of a
one.
chess
Struck out
match. But I
10
think
in
this
the
kid's got
process.
good stuff.
All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and
Here's
dive in.
Alex
Had an interruption
Verdugo.
there as I got a phone call, but we are ready to go now as it's Alex
Verdugo, former
Verdugo
second-round pick by the
leading things
Dodgers
off
back in
for the
2014. And
Red
Chris,
Sox.
I think one of the things that people always focus on with him, he was the centerpiece to that Mookie Betts trade between the Dodgers and the Red Sox.
As Chris Singleton, I guess, just pointed out there. Or was that Shambi? Anyway, not a big deal. Fastball in there for strike 1. We're going to try and feature fastballs early in the counts.
Popped in the air
to just try and get quick
field.
outs.
Joe
We've got a
puts the
4-run
squeeze on
lead.
that
We're going to
one.
be aggressive,
Yeah, there's
pound
one away.
strike zone, make these guys put the
And
ball in
stepping
play,
in for Boston,
take
Rob
our
Refsnyder.
chances. So, you're going to see a lot of fastballs, especially early in the count.
This is a very
strike
important
1.
inning here. After scoring all
We're gonna
those
go to the
runs, you want your
two-seam
pitcher
this
to come
time,
out
try
and
and
just
bring it in
mow
the
them
back door
down.
to
The
the
offense has
outside
worked
corner.
hard. It's shut down inning time.
I struggle
next
to
pitch
locate
misses.
the two-seam for whatever reason. But it's still a pitch that I like to use, especially in ground ball
And that one
situations.
just
where
missed
we're
off
looking
the
for a double
outside
play.
edge.
All right, we've gone away 3 times in a
And the
row.
righty
Now we're
deals.
behind in the count. We're going in.
Right side.
Good job, Santana. Take that to the
And
bag,
he
and that's
handles
2
it
away.
himself for
2
the
quick
out.
outs. That's what I'm talking about. 6 pitches. We got
Devers
2
down.
outs.
A big
Devers
part of the
swinging
game
hot bat to
yesterday
start the
afternoon
year.
as he knocked in
625,
6.
and remember he had 6 RBIs in the game yesterday, where they beat
middle.
us 6-3.
Cruz on the
And
run.
there's a
sends it
1
over
pitch
to
out,
first.
so that's what I'm talking
Out
about. A
with room
quick
to
inning
spare,
from
and
Milton
that's the inning.
as he sets
Nothing
him down in
doing for
order.
Boston.
And
They're
we go
down
to the
4-0.
bottom or the top of the second now. It's 4-0 Pirates. Now it's 3-0 to Reynolds. And the 3-0 pitch
And there's
is
ball 4.
going to miss low. So a 4-pitch walk for
4
Reynolds.
pitches.
So
That's an
Paxton able to
easy
get the
walk,
first
man.
2
He could
outs
have
at
walked
the
me
end.
right there, Boog.
But
The
then
last one
it's
wasn't
a
even
walk
close.
to Reynolds. He's at
To the plate
48
now for
pitches
Pittsburgh
already
is the
as Milton
DH.
steps
Evan
in,
Milton.
having doubled
He drove in
back
2
in
with
the
a
first.
double his first time up.
Drove in a couple of runs, and now an opportunity to maybe drive in another
And that
one.
one just misses.
Reynolds
A ball
does
and no
run
strikes.
pretty well. So a ball, especially in that right center field gap, could bring him in to score. So if you're
Can't find it here. That's
you're probably thinking try to use the middle of the field and hopefully hit it into one of those gaps, get that runner home. So the 1-0 pitch there was a changeup that looked good. Does not get the call.
2-1 now.
Now the fastball is in there
off of first
to make it 2-1. The 2-1 pitch here is hammered up the middle. That's going to get down. Reynolds will hold at second. That ball was absolutely
now 2 on with 2 outs.
It was up out of the zone, but he goes up and gets it.
2 for
and
2 now on the night.
Two-way player
and just
can
a triple and home run away from the cycle.
And he's got his second hit of the ball game. McCutcheon sitting on a changeup here, but gets the fastball. That ball laced into left field, but hangs up and is caught for the final out of the inning. More hard contact for the Pirates there. They got a hit, a walk, but strand a couple, and it's 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the second.
Back here in Boston, now it's the veteran outfielder,
Adam Duvall will start things off for the Red Sox.
The pitch.
Milton, just 7 pitches needed back in the first inning, and he goes right to
Adam
work.
Duvall's a guy that's had a nice career, but
2021,
the year that was kind of the signature year in his resume.
And there's a ground ball right at Hayes as they were playing him to pull.
Zips it across.
And he sends it across the diamond. Santana has it. That's the first out. So just a 2-pitch ground out there.
Turner.
And now it's Justin Turner.
With a double in the ball game last night.
Start so far in the early going. Just 0.77 is the batting
and
average
that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out
of the gates. There's a fastball in for strike 1. Now the 0-1 pitch.
Next offering
is a curve in the dirt. He thought about it, but was able to check his swing, and now it's 1-1. The 1-1 from Milton is a fastball on the inner half, and he couldn't pull the trigger. He was ahead of that, but still checked his swing, despite the fact that that's a fastball up and in. Milton now on the 1-2 pitch. Winds and delivers and got him swinging at a slider off the plate down and away. Nice pitch there as Turner's struggles continue.
Which
and that's the
isn't
first
easy to
strikeout
do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire
for another quick inning here. He's got the first 2 outs, and now it's Masataka Yoshida. Or Masataka.
Out of the left center for a
that one is going to get down, so he's swinging first pitch. Lifts one into left center field. Reynolds, the throw is not in time. Good hustle there from Yoshida as he turned on the Jets and gets into second with a 2-out double. So runner in scoring position here. Take another look. Reynolds looked like maybe didn't take the best angle, kind of worked around it, and then a few extra steps before he's able to get a throw off. It wasn't a bad throw, but just a little bit late. And now Kike Hernandez with an opportunity with 2 down.
First
fastball misses high.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Is a hanger, but he's unable to pull the trigger there.
Oh, and you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plate.
Fires. That
you can
one's
have a
going to miss
lot of
up and in. Now
success.
2-1
pitch in that location.
Hernandez. Wind up in the pitch. That one not even close. Slider missing way off the plate away. So Milton misses with the slider down or up and away. Not even close with the location there. Now it's 3-1. You probably want to throw a pitch that's, borderline strike here. You got a base open, so you don't want to see him anything. There's a fastball that was down the middle, but it was the bottom of the zone.
With 2 gone.
Hernandez can't pull the trigger. So now a 3-2 pitch coming up here with 2-way in the inning. And it's a slider, just throws him right down the middle. He started it on the inner half of the plate. Breaks right over the heart of the plate. Hernandez just stands there and looks at it for strike 3, and that's it for the Red Sox in the second. They got a hit, but they strand a runner in scoring position.
Back here at Fenway,
and it's
now it's
2-0 as we head to the top of the third with Carlos Santana to lead things off for the Buccos. For Santana, you've got to be thinking use the middle of the field. He's a dead pull hitter, and he's out in front of the changeup and down on strikes for the first out of the inning. And now the 1-2 delivery from Paxton. That ball hit well into right field, but it is hanging up, and that's going to be caught for the final out of the inning. So a good inning there for Paxton. He sets them down in order, and we go to the bottom of the third. It's 8-9-1 due up for the Red Sox.
Back inside Fenway Park.
Yu Chang will start things off for the Sox. We've seen a lot of fastballs from Milton early in the count, just trying to throw some strikes, get ahead. Here he's going to start off Chang with a a slider down and away, and it's in for strike one. Now the 0-1 pitch goes back to the slider, and that one misses just off the corner, down and away. Chang showing some patience here. The count now 1-1. Milton goes to the fastball, and that one missed high, so now 2-1. The 2-1 delivery is in for strike two. And now you got him set up probably for something off speed here. Milton going to go to the changeup, and that ball chopped to the right side. Castro over, and he misplays it, and it gets through into right. What happened there? That's one that needs to go down as an error, but that's a user error for just having a total brain fart and not running all the way over to get in front of the ball. I just kind of got to where I assumed
back in 2017.
it would, you know, kind of automatically guide him to field it, and that did not happen. So they got a runner on now with nobody out. So we got work to do. The 8-hitter does his job, although he got some help.
Squirts away
that
a
one
little bit.
is
No
in the
advance.
dirt,
Good
but
job behind the
could
dish.
not hold up. Now 0-2. So now the 0-2 delivery to Wong. Slider down and away. Did he go? No, he did not.
Now an appeal to first. No swing. Gary Simmons
you want to
with
keep
the
the
call.
ball down in the zone here, realistically, looking for a double play, right?
Here comes a pitch.
Wrong. Evan Milton going up in the zone, and he's going to pay the price. That ball is ripped into center field. Man, did Wong square that one up. He must have been looking fastball. He got one up where he could handle it and just smoke that ball into center field. That's not very good location, though, for Milton. If you're going to go up and in, you got to get it either up or in, and it was really neither. Way too much of the plate. And now you're in trouble with runners on first and second, nobody out, and the top of the order due up.
Nope.
So this is a big situation here for the Red Sox, trailing by 4 early in this one. If they can scratch out a crooked number here, you're right back in this thing. There's a two-seamer grounded to second. Castro to second for one. Cruz on to first, and they got the double play. That is a backbreaker. 4-6-3 for the double play there. Now a runner on third with 2 outs, and it's up to Rob Refsnyder to try and get the first run in for the Red Sox here. And this would be huge if Milton's able to escape this with no runs scored, and that helps right there as it's a fastball off the outside corner, but he gets the call to get ahead in the count. So now the 0-1 to Refsnyder.
Next pitch
curve
misses,
missing just
and it's
low,
1-1.
and the count is now even at 1 apiece. The 1-1 pitch, fastball up and in. That ball is lifted high and going to get fouled down the left field line. So now he's in front, 1-2, and a big pitch coming up right here. The 1-2 is a slider down out of the zone. Refsnyder able to fight it off. Milton's going to go back up and in with a fastball, and he couldn't pull the trigger. Down on strikes to end the inning. So they get first and second, nobody out, top of the order due up, and it's a ground ball double play and a strikeout to get him out of it. So 3 innings of work for Milton, 3 hits allowed, couple of strikeouts, no runs, and they lead 4-0. Now the 1-2 pitch is a fastball on the inside corner, and DeLay swings through it for the first out of the inning. Nice pitch there from Paxton. He has done a good job since that first inning.
And running off the field and getting a standing ovation, even at times when you're not a player on their team.
Torched into left field. That pitch was away, but
celebrate and applaud.
Hayes able to get the barrel on it, rips it through the left side into left field for a base hit. So now the 1-1 delivery. There goes Hayes. He's got a pretty good jump, and the throw is not going to be anywhere close to getting him. It's a stolen base. The Pirates putting the gas pedal down. First stolen base of the year for Hayes. And you see the jump there. That was a good one. No chance to throw him out when he gets a jump like that. And now you got a 2-1 count for Hayes, or for Cruz rather, an opportunity to drive in a run here. But that one misses just high and runs the count now to 3-1. So the pitch to Cruz,
and it's filled up.
Man, he gets away with that one. He throws a cutter right down the chute, but Cruz just out in front of it and runs the count full now. 3-2 the pitch. That one's fouled away. 92 miles an hour. That one was dangerous there as he left that one right over the middle of the plate, about belt high.
Check on the runner.
They check
and
on
he's back in there.
Hayes at second, but he is back in time. And the count 3-2 now, 1 away for Cruz. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Fastball is on the inner half. He lifts this one into right center field. Long run there. He is going to get to it and make the grab. Hayes going to tag and head over to third. He moves in safely, but that's the second out of the inning as he's now 90 feet away. But it's going to take a base hit or potentially a pass ball to get him in. So the 3-2 pitch. That ball hit hard, but is going to be right at him at short. That's going to do it. So Paxton able to escape danger again here. As it's now 4-0, we go to the bottom of the fourth. We may have seen the end of his day as he's way up there on the pitch count. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 3-4-5 due up for the Red Sox. Devers starts things off, rounded out his first time up, and watches one miss low for ball 1 here.
Well, made it so comfortable for his club to secure that win.
Pirates
very
have the
fresh
shift
team
on
today,
here,
and it
so
doesn't have to be all on him.
on the ground to the right side,
the way he's been
there
swinging,
it is. Right back, Castro, and that's the first out. Perfectly positioned. And
he's doing a nice job of
keeping
the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball.
So far, 1 out into the 4th. He's been pretty efficient, despite the 3 hits that he's allowed. So
in the box now, no balls and a strike.
The fact that they've got a day off coming in a couple of days gives them the flexibility to perhaps take him deep into this one without having to worry too much about having him fresh for his next start. So 0-2 now to Duvall. This is a pitch where you kind of want to try and maybe get him chasing. Go up and in with the fastball, and that's exactly what happens. That one was off the plate in, it was up out of the zone,
that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Devers, and then a 3-pitch strikeout.
Turner in the box with 2 gone.
Now he's ahead in the count to Justin
takes a look
Turner,
at a called
who
strike.
went down on strikes his first time up, and he's now behind in the count 0-1. There's the slider that he chased to end his last at bat, and this one's rolled over.
Tosses across the first.
Pretty routine there for him, and that's going to do it for the Red Sox in the 4th. 1, 2, 3, they go down that time, and it's 4 scoreless innings for Evan Milton, who's due to lead off here in the top of the 5th.
New pitcher for the Red
So
Sox.
the Red Sox are going to go to the bullpen here as it's Brian Bello coming on in relief. You see his numbers so far, or actually from last year. 13 appearances, went 2-8, 57 in the 3rd. The whip, a definite issue at 1.78.
So now the DH spot. Evan
but they're going to need to get some length out of him here.
Right
he enters
now,
the game
but a
in just
dangerous
the 5th
hitter
inning,
here in this spot.
A
guy with some slug to him.
Evan Milton to lead things off.
That one misses.
He's 2 for 2 so far in this one. He's got an RBI,
putting together some really good at bats in this game.
Base hit. Let's take a look at what Brian Bello brings. He's got a 95-mile-an-hour sinker, 88-mile-an-hour circle change, throws an 85-mile-an-hour slider, and then a 4-seam that's going to hit the high 90s. So for the most part, we're going to be looking for that sinker down until we have 2 strikes. Then we will sit on the slider, and if we don't guess right, we will basically anticipate that sinker. Because even if it's the changeup, it's the same movement and not a huge departure in velocity that we should be able to get the bat on it. And then if it's the 4-seam, we kind of hope we just foul it back instead of getting under it. But in any case, that's going to be my strategy.
There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Devers playing in at 3rd, so perhaps anticipating a bunt potentially, but
the 2-0 is in for a strike.
Expecting that at this point in the ball game, and the 2-0 slider catches the inside corner for strike 1. 2-1
bounce to the right.
A certain change that catches a bunch of the plate, but Milton just out in front of it and pulls it foul. Now the 2-2 delivery from Bello. That one was down off the plate away. He gets a piece of it. It's a ground ball short.
But he beats
it out. Safe at first. I don't know about that. Let's get a replay here. As you see, he gets to it pretty quickly and a fairly quick release. And I think they may have had him there. No challenge from the Red Sox, however.
1 for 2.
So it's a 3 for 3 day so far from Milton.
Getting a little
behind in the count now. And now rolls over one, but that one is cut off.
Second, and he's safe.
They don't get anybody. They tried to get Milton at second. That was probably their only chance to really get anybody. I don't think he would have McCutcheon at first. They even try to relay it over to first after Milton is safe at second, and they end up not getting anybody. Now it's Carlos Santana.
The batter
1
now.
for 2
Carlos
on the day.
Santana
Does not hit righties
doesn't
nearly
find
as
the
well
zone.
as he does lefties. And he comes into this one 1 for 2 so far. Hitting, did I see that right? 400 so far on the season, just 2
at
for
first
5.
with no outs.
Very small sample size, but a veteran hitter with very good discipline at the plate. It's going to draw a lot of walks, particularly against righties. He doesn't hit them that well, so he generally tries to work the count, see if he can
And a
get on
pop
base
right side,
by
foul
way of the
territory.
free pass. That's a sinker that was pretty hittable, but he pops it up
Ref Snyder
in foul
makes the
territory. That's
catch.
handled by Ref
And
Snyder
there's
for
one
first
down.
out.
Zone. He has
Castro
plenty of
was
options
perhaps
right
looking
here.
off
He
speed
can go up,
and
he can go
watches it
away,
for
he
strike
can
2.
add velocity, he
And
can
then
suppress.
there's the changeup again.
Got him
So
swinging for the
good work
strikeout.
from Bello there.
Pulled the
Changeup,
string on the changeup.
fastball,
Pretty
changeup,
much
and just
textbook
has
pitching
Castro
for the
all kinds of
three-pitch
mixed
K
up.
right there. Jumped
Gets
ahead
him to swing and
0-2
miss. You
on
see
2
there, the
pitches he
location on
didn't
the
want to
first
go after
2,
at the plate.
those
Then,
were hittable.
knowing
And
he's
then the
going to be a
last
little more
pitch,
aggressive,
that's
trying
an
to
excellent
protect,
location for a
expands
0-2
just out of the
changeup.
zone.
Like
He
it
can
maybe a
do
little bit
anything
more
with it.
down.
Gets the strikeout
Right
and
off
keeps
the
the
edge of the
pitches thrown to
corner.
a minimum.
And
Very
Castro
nice.
unable to get a piece, and
Up
now
next
that's
for the
2 away.
Pirates,
So
Connor Joe.
Pirates got first and second, nobody
There,
out.
and it's 0-1.
Now they're down to a situation where you need a hit from Connor Joe with 2 away as Bello pumps a fastball in for strike 1. Now the 0-2 pitch is taken back up the middle. That's going to be cut off. They flip the second to get McCutcheon, and that's going to do it for the Pirates in the 5th. So good job by Bello to escape danger there. You see there, Pirates have 10 hits already through 5 innings, but they haven't been able to score since way back in the 1st. It's still 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Back here at Fenway.
Leading things
and
off
now the center
for the
fielder,
Red Sox is going to be
Masataka
Yoshida. Remember, he doubled into left center field in his first plate appearance.
The right-hander back
It
to
was
work.
the first pitch fastball that he went
He's
after.
in for a
This
strike.
time, there it is.
You know,
on the
these Red
corner,
Sox,
in
as
for
this
strike
game goes
1.
on, have to be more disciplined
Now
at
the
the
0-1
plate. They've been
pitch from
chasing
Milton
pitches outside the
is
zone
way up out
all
of the
game,
zone.
and it's led to
It's
some
gonna be
frustrating
ball
moments. They've been
1, and now
fooled
the
quite
count
a bit
even
today.
at 1 apiece. The 1-1 pitch
On
is
the ground,
chopped to
right
second.
side.
Castro is going to field that one with ease.
Throw on to Santana.
Sends it over to Santana
One
for the
down.
first out of the inning.
Now it's the second baseman,
Due up
Enrique
is
Hernandez.
Enrique Hernandez.
His first at bat was a strikeout.
He struck out his first time up.
On the outside
And is
corner,
behind in the count
strike
here
one.
as the
Boog,
fastball
over
catches
80% of his
the corner
first
at the belt
pitches
for
are
strike 1.
strikes. You're doing that.
The 0-1
You could have a
delivery
really good day out there.
is a
tomorrow.
curve right
There's a
down the
curve
chute.
through for a
Couldn't pull
strike.
the trigger, and hits 0-2 just like that.
The 0-2.
Now the 0-2. Slider
Ball
off
one.
the plate away. Good eye there to watch that one. And that's ball 1. Now the 1-2.
Hit
Change
weakly
up,
on the
pulled,
ground.
foul down the third
And he
base
grabs
line.
it,
And
foul.
at bat
Well, you
will
can't really
continue.
adjust your game plan for that
Count
last
remains
pitch. Guy
1-2.
hasn't thrown it very much.
Milton
You got to focus
kicks
on the stuff
and
that he's
fires.
throwing up there most of the time.
And Hernandez
1-1
pulls
is
that
fouled
one
off.
foul. So
See
a
how
couple
the
of
catcher
foul
wanted
balls in
that
a row
pitch
now.
up and in. Want to try to tie
he's
him up.
trying to
That's the
battle
one thing we're seeing. That
in
high
this one.
fastball.
1-2
You
pitch.
have to get it up there.
There's that
because of how
curve
hitters
again.
change
This
their
one
swings.
right on the outside corner. He
Connect
swings
on
through
the
it and is
curve
down
ball,
on strikes for the
struck
second
him
out of the
I
inning.
got to think that was the plan all the way.
Now it's
You
up to
set him
Hugh
up with a
Chang.
high
You see the
fastball
pitch count
and
there
then
from Milton.
bury that
Still just
curveball
52
down low to
so
get him
far in
swinging.
this
Now,
one.
especially with how effective
Chang
pitchers
singled
work
his
up in the
first time
zone
up.
these days.
This time
That's
he
a
watches a
devastating
fastball in for
combination.
strike 1.
Chang stands in now and watches
The
strike
0-1
one.
from Milton is a
On the
two-seam
ground
rolled
to
over.
third.
Hayes fields, sets his feet, throws
The
across
throw
the
to
diamond
first.
to get him. That's a
And
quick
that
inning
ends
for
the
Milton.
inning.
He has done an excellent job managing the pitch count so far, as he's been really efficient. Just 3 hits allowed so far through 5 innings, and the Pirates still lead this one by 4.
Now a pinch
So
hitter,
starting things off
Andy
here in the top of the
Rodriguez.
6th, they're going to turn to the pinch hitter off the bench here as Andy Rodriguez is going to come on with a right-hander out there on the mound now. Jason DeLay does not hit them very well, so they're going to turn to their regular starter here in Rodriguez, who
Bayo back to
got
work.
the first half of the ball
He
game
takes
off,
the
gets a
strike.
little bit of rest,
Bayo,
and watches it
a
sinker in
right-hander,
there for
throws with
strike 1.
power. He features a sinker, a changeup, a
Bello
slider, and
winds
he
and
works in a
fires,
four-seamer.
and that one hit
On the
hard,
ground
but
right
right at him
side.
at second, and that's going to be the first out of the inning.
Hernandez over. Way
Whoa,
inside,
that
and
one
that
gets
hit him.
away from
Yeah,
Bello,
there always
runs in
seems to be
and
that
hits
oh
Key
no
Brian
moment
Hayes,
for
and
the
he's going to
pitcher
be
when he's
on
lost control of
with
his
one
pitch.
away. On, and now the count 2-2. That ball is hammered
in
deep
air.
into right center field. That ball is going to get down, and it's going to bounce over the short wall into the bullpen, so it's an automatic double. Probably save the Red Sox a run there, as Hayes was running on contact as hard as that ball was hit. Probably would have scored. It might have even been a triple for Cruz the way he runs.
For Pittsburgh,
Instead,
Brian Reynolds.
now second and third, one away for Brian Reynolds.
And
after
a pitch.
pulling that one foul. And that
In
ball
the
is
air,
lifted
out
into
towards
center
right
field.
center.
Should be deep enough to score the runner. We'll see if Cruz also decides to
Yoshida
tag.
pulls that
He
one
does.
down.
He's going to advance to
Both runners
third.
tagging.
Sacrifice
He's in to
fly
score
for
the sac fly,
Brian Reynolds.
and the lead
now
is up to
5-0
5.
Pirates.
In that
as the run
situation,
comes
you're
in to
looking to get
score.
something up in the
Now
zone that
two-way,
you can
and it's
put
going
in
to
the
be Evan
air.
Milton
Worst
coming
case
to the
scenario,
plate.
a sacrifice
3
fly
for
to
3
drive
so
in that
far
runner
in
from
this
third.
one, looking for another opportunity or
bat
another
will be the
RBI here,
Pittsburgh cleanup
as he
hitter,
is now
Evan
7 for
Milton.
17 on the season, has that average up over 400 in the early going. Bello could really use an out here, trying to keep this game within reach, as we're in the 6th inning and they're trailing by 5 and really haven't had much going offensively. You don't have a whole lot of room for error, and that is going to hurt right there. It's a sinker that was down, but over the middle of the plate, and Milton was all over that one. Smokes it up the middle for his
Other than
4th
ripping
hit
one into
of
the
the
gap,
ball
but
game,
blasting
another
one over the
RBI,
wall.
and it
Not
is
a whole lot of hits that are
6-0
more
as the
satisfying
switch
than
hitter
a
helps
nice line
himself
drive into
out
center field.
with a
So
2-out
that
RBI
definitely
knock
felt
there.
good.
Great swing. Two-way here in the bottom of the 6th. And
Now pop up on
McCutcheon
the
is
infield.
jammed on that one.
Red
Just a soft
Snyder
pop
right
up that
there
Red
to make the
Snyder is
grab.
able to handle
And that's
for
the
the
third
final
out.
out of the
So
inning.
it's
But
2
the
runs
Pirates
on
get a
2
couple
hits, no
more.
errors, and a
They
runner
make it
left.
6-0 as we head to the
9-1
bottom
and
of the
2
6th.
scheduled to
It'll
hit
be
in the home half of the
9-1-2
6th.
due up for the Red
It's
Sox.
the Pirates 6. Staying in the game on defense,
Andy Rodriguez will stay in the game
He
to
takes
do
over
the
behind the plate to
catching.
do the catching
And the
after
Pirates
entering
are
the
actually going to make some more substitutions here. With a 6-run lead, this is the kind of situation where they want to get some of their everyday guys a little bit of rest. So we're going to see Tucupita Marcano come in and play third
game as a
base.
pinch hitter. Also,
We're going to see O'Neal Cruz take a seat, and G1
into
Bay
the ball
will
game.
come in to play
Tucupita
shortstop, and Brian Reynolds will get the rest of the evening off, and we will bring in, let's go with Jack Sawinski.
Marcano. He's the
So
new third
Sawinski
baseman.
will play
Also
center.
entering the game, Jack
And
Sawinski.
in the bottom
He'll
of the
be
6th
patrolling
with a
center
6-run
field.
lead,
Now
you could
playing
probably
center
justify pulling some of those guys and giving them a little bit of rest to keep them fresh.
Leading things
I
off
believe
and
we
takes
do
the
have a
strike.
day off
I'm
coming
impressed
up, but
by the number of
we don't
first
want to
pitch
risk
strikes.
injury
He's
to
not
our key
afraid
players.
of contact. Some guys
in a
will
game
nibble
where
just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're
pretty
seeing
much
here.
wrapped up
And it really looks like
anyway.
these hitters
The
have
way
been
Milton
in
is
between
pitching,
with their
I don't
timing
think we're gonna
today.
need a
Good
ton of
fastball,
offense the
excellent
rest of the way.
slider, but they've
So
not been able
we
to
might as well
commit to
protect
one
the guys
velocity
that are
and
gonna
stay
help
there.
us stay
Throw on to
competitive.
Santana.
That's going to be
Gets the catcher by a
roundabout to
step.
short there, so Wong down on just a couple of pitches.
Alex
Milton at just
Verdugo up next for
57
the Red
pitches
Sox.
at this point in the ball game as Verdugo steps in for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one.
I always remember
And
watching
the
Johan
fastball on the
Santana
inside
pitch,
corner.
and when he was in his
Command for
prime,
Milton has
you
been
would see
absolutely
a lot of guys
outstanding
out in
today.
front, right-handers
Really
pulling
working
that
the
change
edges
up in
for
the
the most
stands,
part.
and then
A lot
fouling
of
the
his
fastball
misses
the
have
opposite
been
field
out
up
of
into
the
the
zone,
stands.
like that one right there. Didn't hit his location, but still gets a swing, and just soft contact from Verdugo fouls it away the other way. Now the 0-2 pitch is a
little
curve
bit low.
down. Good pitch there. 0-2, just trying to get him to chase one. Now the 1-2 is a changeup down out of the zone. Verdugo just gets a piece, able to foul that one off. Stays alive. The count remains 1-2.
And now it's 1-2.
The 1-2 pitch from Milton is a fastball popped up into foul territory. Marcano is under it, has
makes
that
the
one.
grab
That's
for
the second out.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top
away
of as
for
a hitter.
Rob Refsnyder. Still nobody on here in the inning, and that's a fastball.
In the box again. Takes the strike.
Milton now going to go to the curve, down and away, but he hangs that one, and Refsnyder could not stay back, pulls it foul. And Milton got away with that one. The count now 0-2. Here's the pitch. Slider misses down and away. Good job to lay off that one. That's a tough pitch there. Got to look like a fastball coming out of his hand, but a good job picking up the rotation. He lays off of it to run the count to 1-2. Now it's a fastball up that he's out in front of and pulls it foul.
Looks like he got a little excited on that
early
fastball.
on a 94 mile an hour fastball is a good indication that something off speed might be coming.
Out of the ballpark.
Milton going to go to the changeup. Just misses low. Not sure if that was, you know, good recognition or if he was just frozen. But the count now 2-2, and he fouls off another one. Fastball got in on his hands.
Really well,
really late on that
fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Is a fastball. That one's going to be fouled away as well. So good at bat here from Refsnyder as the count now 2-2.
Here's a 2-2.
2-2 from Milton. Is a curve on the outside corner, and he fouls that one off. So Milton throwing the kitchen sink at him, but unable to put Refsnyder away here. Now it's a 2-2 slider, and he throws it. Nice pitch there to get him looking, and that is 6 scoreless innings of work from Evan Milton. He has been sensational in this one. Starting to rack up a few strikeouts, and the Red Sox not looking like they're going to score many runs in this one as long as he is out there.
For Pittsburgh,
Carlos Santana due to lead things off. And the Pirates are going to just go ahead and leave him.
The wind of the pitch.
Got a 6-run lead. He's a platoon guy anyway. Even though he doesn't hit righties very well, you don't necessarily need the offense. No reason to bring in G-Man Choi and risk him getting himself ready.
Brazier,
either of those
the
two guys
right-hander,
get hurt, I would rather be Santana.
Next offering misses. 2-0.
Now it's 2-0. You got ahead in the count, and that's what you want to do when you're not necessarily confident with your bat-to-ball skills. Work the count so you can get a walk. That's the case here with Santana. He doesn't hit righties very well, but he's now ahead 3-0 as Bello, unable to find the zone, walks him on 4 straight. So
maybe a little loss of focus on the mound.
I'd say that's a good at bat, but when you don't have to take the bat off your shoulder,
pass.
that's just poor pitching by the man on the bump. Now the 0-2 from Bello is off the plate, down and away. Castro tried to check his swing, but
that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started.
3-pitch
strikeout. You got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off.
Not a great at bat there for Castro. And now it's Connor Joe's turn. One away. Runner at first. Ground ball here could be an inning-ending double
Good
play.
approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate.
Their issue right now is not necessarily pitching. They got to get the bats going. And probably pretty quickly. That one hit hard and threw into left field. Nice piece of hitting there by Connor Joe. And almost got Santana at second.
With one gone.
He had to slide to get in there.
Over that one. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. Right on top of it.
So far this season,
so the Red Sox go to the bullpen.
He's got a 3.86 ERA.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend.
Dander kicks deals.
And then he goes back to the changeup. That ball hit hard, but that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. So we're going to the stretch as we head to the bottom of the 7th. The Pirates lead this one 6-0.
Set for the last half of the 7th.
Rafael Devers will lead things off for the Red Sox in this one.
The right-hander back to work.
Him so far on the day, and so far it's worked as he's 0 for 2. Despite the tremendous success that he had been having in the first few ball games of the season. There's a changeup hanging. Good effort by Ji-Hwan Bae. Try and dive and snag that one mid-flight, but that is through into center. Mistake pitch there from Milton, as that's the first ball that's been hit hard by the Red Sox in several innings. But when you put it right there, you're glad
you want
it's
to
just
minimize
a
the threat by playing
now runner on for
defense.
Adam Duvall.
Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
That's going to be a double play. That ball was hit really hard, but it's a 1-pitch ground out, 4-6-3 double play. And now Milton a chance for another quick inning. It's just 74 pitches so far in this one. Justin Turner steps in with 2 down here in the 7th. Very efficient with the pitch count. And there's Turner swinging first pitch, fouls that one off. And it's 0-1.
2 down,
late
nobody
on that
on.
one, and that pitch was down and away. This time he goes in with a 2-seam, and he's ahead of that one, but fouls it off.
0-2
to Turner is a curve down and away, checks the swing, and he went. And that is another quick inning for Milton.
That's a
pretty stress-free. There was some hard contact with those first 2 at-bats. They got a hit, but Just 3 batters faced. He's allowed just 4 hits so far in this one as he's through 7 innings.
Back here in Boston.
No runs
ready
allowed.
to
Now the changeup gets a soft grounder to short. That's pretty routine. It's a 1-2-3 inning there. We go to the bottom of the 8th now. 6, 7, 8.
They lead it though.
Due up for the Red Sox, but time is running low as they are trailing by 6.
Stepping in for Boston.
Milton going back out there at just 77 pitches. They're going to leave him in the ball game.
And that one
Fastball
just
misses away. It's
a ball and no strikes.
The 1-0 is taken back up the middle. Ji-Hwan Bae diving try, and he just barely can't get to it. Through in the center. Would have been a tough play the way Yoshida runs, as he's got his 2nd hit of the day.
Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield, and
finds a way to get that one up the middle for a leadoff.
There's just no one there to knock it down.
Pirates are going to get some action up in the bullpen.
Enrique Hernandez.
Just in case.
0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
In a 6-0 ball game, it's probably a situation where perhaps they get a long reliever up. Hoping that
if you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line
fastball in there
moving.
for
Don't try to
strike 1
do
to
too much.
Hernandez. They are giving Yoshida 2nd if he wants to take it. He's got pretty good speed.
Pitch misses there.
They're not holding him on with a 6-run lead.
Yoshida aboard here at first with nobody out.
1-1 count to Hernandez. A ground ball double play. Certainly
now
will help
1 and
matters
2.
For the Red Sox.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
The 1-2 is another curve.
Strikes he goes.
Throws him for strike 3.
The first out.
And that's the first out of the inning.
Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable with the plate.
A
little unsure of his timing right now, not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. They'll have some adjustments
right down the chute. That's in there for strike
1 down. Takes the strike.
Like a ground ball here to probably or to possibly get you out of the inning. That is another changeup that he makes a mistake in location.
They fired in quickly.
That ball was
it's first and second
into center
with
field.
only
That's
one
a couple
away.
of hits now.
I'm sure he feels really good about that
so
one.
far in the ball game.
Split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
At the plate, Connor
Milton
Wong
is
now
at
mount
85 pitches,
and with the reliever
has
just
a little bit of gas
throwing out there in the bullpen, this should buy a little more time to get him loose.
Thinking that perhaps they may look to just get him out of there and save the arm. No reason to work him too deep into this ball game when you feel like you've got it under control. There's a fastball in
Usually
there
when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone, and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
You're doing
runners
kind
at
of
first
damage.
and second with 1 gone.
So perhaps you give him another hitter or 2. Gets ahead 0-2.
Pitch is outside.
Here. Misses up and away with a fastball. Thought about a changeup and then I changed
Steps off.
my mind.
Lead runner back to second.
I've had trouble locating that one, so we're going to go to a breaking ball. I went the slider. Rodriguez was calling for a curve. But there it is. Ground ball to third. Marcano to second for 1. On to first. Double play. And that is 8
This one pretty well
for Evan
decided
Milton.
at this point.
We're going to send him back out there for the 9th. If he can get a quick inning where nobody gets on base, it's one of the few opportunities where I'm willing to send him out there and try and get him a complete game shutout because he has that extra day of rest. So we'll set down Velazquez. If anybody gets on, we'll go to Angel Perdomo. Yeah, that's the strategy. But I'm not even going to get him up until next inning. So Nick Pivetta going back out there for the Red Sox.
There's the strike.
Gets ahead in the
Some
count.
guys are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the
on
pitcher.
The day.
They don't care
He's
if they fall behind 0-1.
Game, offensively and on the mound. And that ball is drilled into deep left center field. That's going to short hop the wall. It's a double for Milton as he is now 5 for 5. What a ball game for the rookie.
Come on, have a game. I love the.
And Pivetta kicks and delivers. Fastball up. That ball is hit hard, and that's going to get into left field. Milton thought about stopping at third, but then turns on the gas and gets in to score, makes it 7-0. He kind of hesitated at third, and then realized that he could score.
To left, be able to score from second. Not only great speed, but great
RBI
instinct as well.
Desperately needed to get
Runner on at first with one gone.
And
now it's right-handed reliever.
Goes back to the changeup and he hits the ground ball to second.
There's
on to second
on
for
to
one.
First,
And
double play. And that's the inning.
Double play. So Veda able to get out of it there, but not before the Pirates able to grab another run. And there comes Evan Milton. He's going back out there for the ninth in this one, looking for the complete game shutout and a 5-for-5 evening.
So remaining in the game defensively, G-Man Choi. He pinch hit last half and now takes over at first
base. And we're going to go ahead and get
Alex Verdugo now at the plate.
Let's get Cal Mitchell in right field. Why not?
So coming into the
Everybody's
game now
playing
on defense,
today.
Cal Mitchell.
Except our
He'll be out
bullpen.
in left field.
I need to get
back to work.
Perdomo loose.
There's a strike.
Fastball in for strike one. So Perdomo warm up. Hopefully we don't need him, but we'll find out.
And
So
the right-hander deals.
And the pitch.
And that
Pretty
one's
well
sliced
located.
foul.
Good piece of hitting there to square it up, but he's a little bit late on it. Fouls it off down the right field line, or left field line rather. Now
Left-hand
the
hitter
0-2
waits.
goes with another fastball and gets the
He's
call
gotta be
on the corner
frustrated
for
with
strike
that call.
three.
Didn't
That's
agree
a
with the
three-pitch
call at the
strikeout
plate right
and
there.
0-4 day.
In a game like this, it's just too much to take. It's a blowout game. Guys have been out here for a while. Umpires saying, "Hey, let's
Rob
go.
Ref Snyder now,
one
one away.
And now here is
And
Rob
Milton starts
Refsnyder.
him off with a fastball that's in there for strike one.
Righty to the
The
plate.
0-1 pitch goes to the curve,
Sliced
and
down the
Ref
right
Snyder able to
side.
barrel it up, but that one's foul down the right field line. He was late on that one, so a little bit late to recognize the breaking
wind of
ball,
the pitch.
and Milton's going to go back to that fastball up and in here.
Swing and
He
a
gets
miss,
him
and he is
swinging.
down
So
on strikes
that is
for the
6
third
pitches,
straight
6
at-bat.
strikes,
Tasked
2
with
strikeouts,
1, 2, and 3 to start
got
this
a
inning, but
chance
no trouble
at
so
the
far.
immaculate
I'm sure
inning.
he's going to
So,
strike out the
see if he
side
can
here.
get ahead in the count
Make a
here,
little statement,
Devers.
but you got to be composed in this spot.
This is
Focus
the
on
guy
getting this
that's
next
probably
guy. You
gonna be the
got
hardest
2
to
good
strike
outs.
out,
Want to get
but
the third
never
one
know.
and avoid the middle of that lineup
There
coming
goes
up
the
with
immaculate
a
inning
base
there.
runner.
His
Could
fastball
become
misses off the
dangerous.
corner away. Devers singled in his last at bat,
Misses
took a
off the
changeup
plate.
right back up
And
the
now
middle
2-0.
for a base hit. And now he's ahead in the count, 2-0. Dangerous pitch coming here. 2-0 pitch,
Bottom of the
fastball
zone
in
and
for
a
strike
called
one.
strike.
Pretty well located there. Got it down, maybe wanted it in a little bit more than that, but Devers was taking, and now 2-0, or the 2-1 pitch is into center field. Diving try by Sawinski, but it gets down. Goes all the way to the wall, and it's going to be a double for Devers. That'll bring Adam Duvall to the plate.
He is locked
2
in
outs
there.
here in the ninth.
He's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Now here is Adam Duvall.
Fastball in there for
And
strike
that's in there
one.
for strike one.
The 0-1 pitch. Slider gets the call at the knees,
Not
and
ready
it's
to
now
hit. First 2 pitches
0-2.
by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall.
One strike away from the complete game shutout, and a changeup off the plate away. He did not go. Able to check his swing. Maybe you have him leaning down and away now. See if you can burn him on the inside corner. That's going to be
to the left side.
down the third base line. Marcano fields, fires it across the diamond to get him, and that's going to do it. It's a complete game shutout for Evan Milton. What a ball game he had in this one. He was just outstanding on both sides
these hitters are
of the
showing around the
equation.
league today, but he had
And the
total
Pirates
command
win this
of
one
this
with
game, and he
ease as
saw
they
it
take
all the
it
way through to
7-0.
the end. Nice
Got
win.
out of the gates
This one
hot,
ends
put up 4 runs in the
7-0.
first,
For
and then
Chris
just
Singleton
cruised
and
the
our
rest of the
entire
way. As
outstanding
Milton
crew
goes
here at
9
MLB The
complete,
Show, I'm John Schaub.
7 hits,
We'll
no
see you
walks,
soon.
10 strikeouts. And you look here at the offensive output as they racked up 15 hits. Milton 5 for 5, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored, a couple of doubles. He was just outstanding. Key Brian Hayes stole a base. Nothing else really to talk about defensively. You know, you look at the Red Sox numbers. They had 7 hits. They had 3 guys with multiple hits. So that's pretty interesting. Rough day for Hernandez. Goes 0 for 3 with the hat trick. And the Pirates take this one 7-0. Holy mother of God. David Bednar is the worst pitcher in the history of pitching. This game was absolutely bonkers. We go up 4-0, then down 6-4. We get a grand slam in the 7th to go up 8-6. We get 2 more in the 8th to go up 10-6. We give up 1 in the 8th and enter the 9th with a 3-run lead, only to have David Bednar come in and suck again and blow the game. Unreal. We had 13 hits, 5 walks, struck out 9 times. Milton had 3 more hits, including a double and a home run. Mitchell was the one that hit the grand slam. Reynolds got his first home run. Why is it saying Milton only has 1 homer right there? When didn't he homer in the first game of the season? It was his first hit. I'm confused. We might need to look at that. But anyway, Bednar was just awful. Roansy Contreras was not very good. He was fine for the first couple innings and then just started getting knocked around. It was hits. He was just not missing bats for whatever reason. Chase DeYoung was fine. Jalen Beeks was fine. Underwood was okay. And then Garcia came in and gave up a hit that scored the run that was credited to Underwood. And then Bednar comes in, gives up a couple of hits, walks a guy, and then gives up a walk-off grand slam. Just unbelievable. So let's actually exit, and I want to look at... Yeah, he's got 2 home runs. I don't know why it was saying just 1 there. That was weird. But anyway, that's a tough loss right there. We fall to 2-4, and we should have won that ball game, is the bottom line. Now we have a day off, and we're going to have Mitch Keller going against Michael Kopech out at PNC. We're back home for this one. Holy mother of God. David Bednar is the worst pitcher in the history of pitching. This game was absolutely bonkers. We go up 4-0, then down 6-4. We get a grand slam in the 7th to go up 8-6. We get 2 more in the 8th to go up 10-6. We give up 1 in the 8th and enter the 9th with a 3-run lead, only to have David Bednar come in and suck again and blow the game. Unreal. We had 13 hits, 5 walks, struck out 9 times. Milton had 3 more hits, including a double and a home run. Mitchell was the one that hit the grand slam. Reynolds got his first home run. Why is it saying Milton only has 1 homer right there? When didn't he homer in the first game of the season? It was his first hit. I'm confused. We might need to look at that. But anyway, Bednar was just awful. Roansy Contreras was not very good. He was fine for the first couple innings and then just started getting knocked around. It was hits. He was just not missing bats for whatever reason. Chase DeYoung was fine. Jalen Beeks was fine. Underwood was okay. And then Garcia came in and gave up a hit that scored the run that was credited to Underwood. And then Bednar comes in, gives up a couple of hits, walks a guy, and then gives up a walk-off grand slam. Just unbelievable. So let's actually exit, and I want to look at... Yeah, he's got 2 home runs. I don't know why it was saying just 1 there. That was weird. But anyway, that's a tough loss right there. We fall to 2-4, and we should have won that ball game, is the bottom line. Now we have a day off, and we're going to have Mitch Keller going against Michael Kopech out at PNC. We're back home for this one. All right, so we got a win in this one, and Bednar actually got the save for us. So we win this one 7-6, and we were down 5-0 after the 3rd inning. So good job to battle back. We'll take a look at the box score here. They ended up with 10 hits, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Milton, another 2 hits, including a grand slam, and drove in 6 runs. So he was huge for us in this one. He's got 14 RBIs already, which is a pretty good start. Stolen bases for Cruz and Sawinski. Keller was awful, and I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of that this year. I've just not had any success with him in simulations. He goes 2 1/3, 6 hits, 2 walks, 5 earned. Struck out 2. Oviedo came in and kept it close. He goes 4 innings, 3 hits and a walk, and 1 earned. It was pretty solid. Gets the win, and deservedly so. Beeks came in, did a good job. Underwood gets a couple of outs for us, and then Bednar got the save and only gave up 1 hit in the process. Got that ERA down to 23.63, and the Pirates pick up a win. And we picked up another win here in this one. We win at 5-2, fell behind 1-0, scored 5 unanswered, and then gave up a run in the 6th. Brubaker got the win, but had to leave the game early to an injury, but it's nothing serious, and he should be ready for his next start. Then when we look at the box score, just 7 hits combined for the White Sox, 3 of them for Eloy Jimenez. They walked 3 times and struck out 8 times. We had 8 hits, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. Reynolds a good day, 3 for 4, including a home run. Sawinski also hit a dinger. Milton picked up another base knock. He's got the average up there at 484. The stats are kind of funky. You can see there saying Milton only has 1 RBI, so I don't know what's going on with that, but not a big deal. Milton stole his first base of the season. O'Neal Cruz was caught stealing. And then Brubaker, you see there, was 5 2/3, 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 earned, and 5 strikeouts. I was going to pull him after the 6th inning anyway. I don't like this about MLB The Show, but when a pitcher gets injured or a defensive player gets injured, they just put somebody in for you. They don't even give you the choice. They just do it, which is dumb. Let me pick who I want to go into the game. Because at that point in the game, I would not have put Velasquez in. But whatever, it worked out. Bednar comes in, gets the save, didn't allow a base runner, so perhaps he's back on track, as that's a couple of good outings in a row. So as we head back to the main screen here, it is the day to set scouting assignments. But first, we're going to just press this button so that we don't get commentary in the background. And let's look at what happened here. So we found 3 infield prospects and 2 pitching prospects. And then Jess Willette, as you can see there, that bit of scouting, our scout was not impressed. So those numbers changed dramatically as far as the top end potential for this guy. I will finish scouting him just to make sure that he's not like an absolute superstar in the making. But we'll just kind of have to see what happens there. So let's go here and say, you know what, let's just cancel everything and kind of start from scratch. So priority number, I think I have to set priority number 1 first. And priority number 1 is a position player. So we're not going to use this scout. That's our pitching scout. This is the guy we want to be scouting position players. And I need to kind of decide which position to go after. Like at first base, I don't know that Richard Rodriguez is a superstar. He could be. The potential's there. I just don't know about the overall. And at 18 years old, there's probably going to be a lot of variability about his skill level and potential. So it'd be a little bit risky. He's Eastern's region, as well as Kurt Light, another 18-year-old with super high potential and pretty good overall. So that's actually one, and he's got a good glove too. Scouting East Coast first baseman might be a good idea, because one of these guys could be good enough now to be that number 1 pick if the potential remains in that high B to low A range. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And then I think we need to look at Daryl Justice. Where's he from? Mississippi. Center field, I think we need to look at Abdul Little, out of Delaware, another 18-year-old, crazy high potential, crazy high, maybe even overall to start with. So he looks like he could be a rock star, guys. Look at all those 99s and 90s in his potential future ratings. It's all but power, and those get as high as the 80s. And as a center fielder, that has a lot of potential. So I kind of like the idea of maybe looking at him. Then you've got what I like about these couple of outfielders here is they're 21, so their low end of their actual overall is higher. Although not so much here, but this one, the potential is higher. We got one from Cuba and one from California, though. I kind of want to look at Abdul Little, however we want to pronounce it. I got to figure out who I want number 1 overall. Like, that has to be a priority. And I don't know if it's going to be this guy. I mean, it could be. He's got crazy good pop from the looks of things. Pretty decent plate skills, good speed. The defense is going to be, yeah. And he's 19. I think what I'm going to do is start with this guy, because the upside here is through the freaking roof. And the fact that he's 18, I got to make sure that he's not the guy. So let's just put him down. I don't want that to be my first priority, though. So what position was it that had... Yeah, there's 2 here. West Coast and then international. And then first base, they were both East Coast, weren't they? Maryland and Massachusetts. So let's have priority number 1 be first base, Eastern region. Priority number 2 will be, let's look at the starting pitcher pool, see what we got. So, Buford Robinson. The reality is, a lot of these guys, I am not going to likely be able to get because I'm not taking a pitcher in the first round. But I still want to look at, like, in general, where most of the talent is. Like, that's Central, International, East, International. So we're going to look starting pitcher, international. And then this guy is going to look at a specific prospect. And who did I say? This guy. Those ratings on the high end were hard to ignore. So we're going to give him a chance and just kind of see what we have there. So next game is going to be against the White Sox. It'll be Davis Martin getting the start. And so, like, we're in this position where I'm going against their number 5 starter, which I like because it gives me a better chance to win. And the fact that we're running a 4-man rotation, we're going to have more of those scenarios than we typically would because we're always going to be in a different cycle than our opponents. So, sit tight, and we will be heading out to Chicago. Actually, change of plans. We are not going to head out to Chicago. I had previously recorded this, the video footage, and then after doing all the editing, realized that we're already over an hour, so we're going to cut this one here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.
Good evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?